Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am GeneralLotz, and we're back for some Left 4 Dead 2 live streaming, and I'm joined by...
Darth Chihiko here.
You gotta have a faster name, just saying. DC. Oh. Dick. Well, no, you don't want to call yourself that. So we were originally going to do a stream of Chernobyl, but it doesn't work. So instead we're going back to CS Office, because I like the Counter-Strike maps put into Left 4 Dead. As you can see, this has been extensively modded, because we've got Duke Nukem, we got Boba Fett. Unfortunately, Darth, you're playing as Ada Wong when you could have been the Mandalorian, Duke Nukem, or Mando. I gotta say, I'm quite fond of the Mando mod in this. Yeah, before we start... No, go on.
It shows you as a Scorch for me.
Nice. Ah, poor Scorch. They put him in Bad Batch, and I think they completely changed his character. Which, I'm not surprised. I tried to like Bad Batch. Like, was Season 2 any good?
There was some good stuff to it. I mean, Scorch was more prevalent in it.
I just, when they introduced the Twi'lek subplot, I just did not bother, finishing the rest of the show.
Fair enough.
Because I did not care. It's like, oh, we're gonna have the plucky, kids that are gonna come in and save the day. And why are the Twi'leks French? It's like, when have they ever been French? I'm just saying.
Not to my knowledge.
It's like, the French... There's no French in Star Wars. At least there shouldn't be.
No, not really.
So most of this is gonna be, most of the enemies we're gonna fight are xenomorphs. Some aren't simply because, they don't work for some reason. So recently, the power went out for 2 days. And while that's not like the most horrible thing in the world, it's like, what do you do when the power's out? Talk to people? Who wants to do that? That's just boring. Human interaction. I think I missed the guns, which is just painful.
I didn't see any new guns.
One of the bots has a machine gun. I hope he Form 3 that. Otherwise he's going to be in trouble with the Zombie Firearms Association. I gotta say I'm quite fond of the Book of Boba Fett suit.
Oh yeah.
See, what makes the Book of Boba Fett suit so good is it's cheap. Like, if you want to cosplay as Book of Boba Fett Boba, like, he does not cost a lot of money to get, because you really just need the chest piece, the belt, the knees, and the helmet, and the arms, and that's not that expensive. Oh crap.
Yeah, my fault. I didn't know she was so close.
Oh crap. I was being attacked by Slender Man. Now that's 2010s. It's like, well, man, remember, Slender Man is one of those things that I'm glad it has run its course, because everything was like fucking Slender Man for a little while. It wasn't that compelling either.
Not
was
really, but I know I was terrified of it for a time.
You know, I think the game was pretty entertaining for the first time. It's just kind of funny to think that, like, that is now completely fallen off of the proverbial radar. And yes, I'm now Mando with a chainsaw, fighting xenomorphs in CS Office. I mean, why not?
Behind you.
Just fucking cut him up. I'm afraid real chainsaws don't actually do this, but whatever. So, as of today, I finally got a chance to sit down and watch Super Mario Brothers the movie, the Illumination film. And I have to say, it's quite illuminating how good that film actually was. And it goes to show that the great lie of video games can't be turned into movies, man. Because, yeah, it was excellently put together. It actually had a coherent plot and characters and proper motivations. It's really quite sad that most video game to movie transitions are so bad. You know, it's one of those things where the directors don't care about the source material, the writers don't care about the source material, and they think they can do better when in fact all they do is just turn off the fans that are going to go see it and make a much more simplified or idiotic story to boot. It's really quite a sad thing to see. I'm actually going to grab this. This is supposed to be a different weapon, but I guess that mod isn't working today. The machine god does not smile upon us.
I guess not.
But yeah, Super Mario Brothers the movie. Have you seen that yet?
I've seen some clips of it. I know my peeps have seen it, but other than a few things here and there, Bowser. I've seen probably I think about the first 10 minutes, just so you get somewhat of a picture of what's going on.
Well, it's worth watching though, because it actually has characters and a fairly decent plot of a sort of a hero's journey sort of thing. And it serves more or less as a much more well-known and popular origin story for the Mario Brothers. Although, I gotta say... Are you going?
Oh, I was just agreeing with you.
Although, I gotta say, today I finally watched the obscure 1980s anime that is remarkably similar to the movie that came out this year. It's quite fascinating how similar it is, but I have to say I kind of like it a little bit more because, well, I'm kind of a crazy person, you know. Basically, it has much the same plot. It is pretty much a origin story for the Mario Brothers, except Mario is like way more badass in that. Like, he don't take no shit in the 1980s anime. Like, no shit at all. Luigi is not the cowardly kind of character he is. Oh, crap! Fuck my life. Fuck my life.
Headshots all the way.
Yeah, he's not really the cowardly character we know as today. Instead, he was more, he wanted to make money. Actually, Mario wanted to make money, too. Because, like, when Mario and Luigi in the 80s anime, like, get coins, they think they're gonna get rich. And they're not plumbers. Instead, they are, they own, like, a grocery store.
No.
There we go. I'll heal you. Come on, Duke. You can do it. Lead the team, Duke. You haven't been in a game in, like, 10 years. No, 12 years. At least try to do well here. And see, I have the M1 Garand mod. The M1C. Kind of crap in real life, but in a game, who cares? But yeah,
Forgetting my pipe bombs are Toad.
Toad.
Yeah, Toad from Mario.
Oh yeah, okay. It's like Toad, like towing him around. But oh crap. So many Xenos, so little time. Speaking of Xenos, there's apparently supposed to be a AVP anime that's been shelved by Disney.
Really?
Yeah.
It's Disney. It's not really surprising.
Yeah. But that 80s anime, you can find it on YouTube, and I highly, highly recommend watching it. It's in dubbed and subbed form, and I recommend the subs because the English voice acting is not that great. They're fan dubs, and dubbed anime is never that great to begin with. I respect the fans for dubbing it, but at the same time, it really is kind of rough to listen to. Oh yeah, Bowser in the 80s anime has a much higher pitched voice than he would have in other works, but it works pretty well. Bowser in the 80s anime also is a little less evil. He acts more like a soy boy than anything else, more like a simp.
Oh.
So like he's really simping for Princess Peach in that.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me in the least bit.
So I mean, I'm okay with that because the voice acting is pretty good, and it actually makes him more pathetic than anything else. But Mario, he's like the main hero from the get-go. The movie starts up kind of weird though. Okay, so like the 80s anime movie is only about an hour long, so it's half an hour. It's half an hour less than the modern one, but I swear it does more, and it's more imaginative in many ways. I mean, I like the modern one because it has Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong is my favorite platformer character. But the 80s movie focuses solely on Mario. And so the movie starts up with Mario playing a Famicom. It's a game that doesn't exist, and the graphics are way better than what they would be in the 80s, but whatever.
Right.
And randomly, Princess Peach and Bowser jump out of the TV. Just go with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so Princess Peach already knows who Mario even is, and wants his help to take down Bowser, because Bowser wants to marry Princess Peach. Now remember, this is a movie from the 80s. So it's got pretty much the same plot as the modern one. Run!
There's an explosive ammo back here, by the way.
Alright, I'll try to get to it. But it really does it's remarkably similar to the modern one in that regard. But I gotta tell you though, Mario is never called a nobody or a nothing. Like, he's supposed to be like the chosen one. You'll be the chosen one. Annie? No, he won't be. But he's like the chosen one to go fight, and it's just a fun movie. Almost more fun than the modern one. Obviously, it's entirely in Japanese, so you don't have any Charles Martinet sort of thing going on, but the guy voicing Mario does sound pretty good. And Mario, like I said, he will not take any shit from anybody. Like, he wants to beat the crap out of anybody that tries to attack him or his brother. And Luigi is not entirely useless. He's just kind of like scatterbrained, and he wants to get a lot of gold. I mean, that's understandable. Princess Peach isn't useless for most of the movie, but Princess Peach is just the right amount of useful. And hello, everyone. Alright, so... But I have to say, I can't get around the fact that there is a 80s Mario movie that can hold up at all.
Yeah.
Because the Sonic one doesn't. Actually, Sonic had a 90s anime. The Sonic anime really doesn't. Now, I've been a big fan of Mario pretty much since the early 90s. Since long before you were born, I have been a fan of the mustachioed plumber or carpenter or grocery store operator. It's a very strange thing for Mario to be, but whatever.
Oh, hey, do you want a pipe bomb? There's one right here.
I don't know, the ATF might frown on that. I'm just saying. Especially since I didn't file the form on this AK here.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't file the form on the scar.
How could you? But yeah, grocery store owners. It's like that's the Mario Brothers. They own a grocery store. I mean, it probably makes more money than being a plumber. So.
I'd imagine so.
But plumbers do make a lot of money.
What is it? A trade?
No. This is a very short mod here, so we're gonna go to DE Prodigy next, since it actually works. I find it funny I'm using the AK-12 when in real life the AK-12 is kind of crap because it can't keep zero.
Oh, right.
But yeah, one of the earliest video game movies of all time is actually one of the best. Oh crap! I'm being attacked by a 2010 meme. See, okay, 2010 was what? 13 years ago?
Yeah.
So, we're fighting xenomorphs, which are 40 or so years old now. That's if you count just aliens. If you count Alien, where just one xenomorph showed up, then something that's almost, and this is going to make Sigourney feel old, 50 years old. So the question is, why is Alien or Aliens more relevant than Slender Man, which is much newer?
I think aliens are a little bit more interesting.
Well, yeah. It's just kind of funny how it's like, oh, it's an old meme, whereas, oh crap, we got a tank. I was actually going to make him be Donkey Kong, but, well, that was easy. I don't remember what this tank is supposed to be. That might be a flood form, maybe? This will make me feel old. Wait, go on.
All of my xenomorph mods were red, so I had to disable them.
Oh. Some of the
spitter and the smoker.
I couldn't get the smoker to work, but the spitter does. I love how like the spitter in the base game is like this, you know, meth head, Portlandian. Save me, Boba Fett! Okay, so I had a friend of mine basically kind of make fun of Mando, saying that the only reason anybody likes him is because he has a famous uncle. I thought that was pretty hilarious.
Oh.
Somebody save Mando! Kathleen Kennedy's trying to kill him!
It wouldn't be surprising if she did try to kill him.
And then replace him with Bo-Katan.
How do I heal you?
Oh crap. I'm using a controller and I don't exactly know how these controls work yet. Because I prefer controllers these days to keyboard and mouse. Used to be I thought it was heretical. Now I've joined the dark side. The controller side. But we have auto aim. I wonder if...
Dead.
Not Duke! Is Boba Fett still okay? Okay, good. Boba Fett's still alright. I'll save you, Mr. Fett. No, wait. He's fine.
I hear something running.
Yeah, the tank music has started. Which is the E1M1 theme.
Oh.
Okay, so the sound effects for the tank are the James Rolfe AVGN sounds. I'm being attacked by the bastard. It's 540, motherfucker. He just didn't have any time. Do you follow like the any of the AVGN drama? Or even know that there is AVGN drama?
I found out about the Ghostbusters one, but from what I know, he didn't even know about it himself.
Yeah, there was that 6 years ago. Oh crap. I'm trying to save you, but like...
It's making me move.
Oh crap, no, we don't want to die. No! Boba Fett, save me! Did we really just lose?
Maybe.
Yep.
Yep.
Boba Fett couldn't save us this time.
I'm gonna take a shotgun this time.
That was a disaster. Let's run it again. See, I've gotten so old to the point where Modern Warfare 2 has been remade, I guess.
Oh, yep.
And, you know, I enjoyed Modern Warfare 2, the original version, a little bit. It has a lot of xenomorphs. Like, this whole building is just gonna melt if these were actual xenomorphs. See, like, my fan theory for, like, why the xenomorph blood doesn't melt us is just because, since they're zombie xenomorphs, they're a lot weaker than regular ones. Did it make sense, I guess?
I get that.
I guess that makes sense.
Oh, what is
Okay.
this?
Big gun here.
There you go.
It just says big gun here.
You mean the Mandalorian?
Yep.
That's one of my favorite lines. Guns are my religion. It's like, I hear that one. See, the mod, it's not an M60. It's a gun that'll actually work. It's the RPK. I mean, the M60 wasn't bad. But, I mean, you know, whoever designed that didn't really know guns. I've seen the Forgotten Weapons episode.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that guy.
Yeah, he's, in my estimation, getting a little more commercial than I would like.
Here, let me heal you real quick.
Don't get the wrong idea. It'll make sense later.
Okay, so since Rochelle is Ada Wong, she actually has an Ada Wong line. I never really cared for Ada Wong, to be perfectly honest. I mean, she's hot, but she's kind of a bitch, just saying.
Oh,
Come on.
that's why it's not doing anything.
There we go. Mando doesn't know how to use a radio. See, like, that's the one problem with certain science fiction things. It's like, where basic things anybody should know, some of the characters don't know, because, like, in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Nog, a person who lives on a space station, apparently didn't know how to read. How does he not know how to read? How could he literally do anything if he didn't know how to read?
Good question.
Okay, come on. I'm literally hitting this guy with like 7.62 by 3.9 rounds, and he should be dead. Come on, Duke.
Boomer bile.
Joke aborted.
There it is.
The boomer bile, you say? Oh crap. Give me the H&K G11.
Oh, my boomer
Oh
bile
crap,
is
I'm being
on
attacked by
point.
a meme. Somebody save me from a meme! It's less relevant than aliens from 40 years ago. See, it's like, how do you save the AVP franchise? Adapt the books or the comics and get a real writer and director to adapt that to screen. Just do that, and it would maybe not print money.
Definitely be hopefully more popular.
I mean, I'd hate to think that, like, Mario Brothers got more popular because of that movie and not the games, but I guess some people don't play games. Lame people. Crap, it's 5:40. Okay, here's something that'll make you feel old. Halo 1 came out in 2001. Over 20 years ago. Get away from me, meme.
My character is Fixer.
A quick cover.
Yeah, Fixer is still fairly relevant, isn't he? Oh crap, save me! He's still fairly relevant too. But like Halo 3, that was 2007. Some people watching weren't even born yet.
Yeah.
Wait, Halo 3 didn't come out from 2003. It was in 2007.
Yeah, 2007.
I need sleep. Now here's a good question though. If Halo was like that third-person shooter / RTS game, would it have been as popular as the first-person shooter incarnation?
Probably not.
Could it have been?
Definitely had the possibility.
Now I gotta wonder, like, is Leroy Jenkins from that ancient meme? Is he even still alive? I imagine he'd have to be. He probably wouldn't be. But wouldn't he be like in his 40s now?
I think he's still around. There's these people who do videos about ancient, they consider ancient hit internet memes now. See how they're doing. He's still around, but I don't think he has like an online presence anymore.
I wouldn't imagine, because all he did was say one line and that was it. That one line was all he needed. Now imagine like if you were like a writer and you poured in you poured your heart and soul into a novel. No one's ever read it. No one ever cared about it. But all some guy had to do was shout Leroy Jenkins, and he'll be immortalized forever. 100 years ago, people will still know who he is. Maybe.
That'd be interesting, not gonna lie.
That is the great quotes of our generation. Leroy Jenkins. Truly the greatest words ever spoken in the English language. Oh crap, I need some... Give me my rifle. But yeah, Mortal Kombat. That is a franchise I haven't really focused a lot on. But what is the next Mortal Kombat supposed to even be about? Does it follow the current time travel plotline, or is it something new?
Yeah, so basically, Mortal Kombat 11, the way it ended, the new Mortal Kombat, they call it Mortal Kombat 1. I guess you're doing the Xbox naming convention. But, they're basically, taking what they did with the last last 3 Mortal Kombat games and continuing the story. So you got Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat X continued the story off of that, Mortal Kombat 11 continued that story, and then Mortal Kombat 1 now is supposed to continue off of that.
Now, see, that's one of those things where Mortal Kombat is just a fighting game, and yet I've watched a few of the few Let's Plays of it, and it's got a remarkably entertaining story. It's very in-depth. It's kind of interesting seeing Johnny Cage go from an asshole to an actual human being.
Yeah. In Mortal Kombat 11, he's like a very, technically you could say a very responsible dad. Which is different.
Yeah. I'm quite pleased to see that. I like any franchise where there's legitimate character development instead of just, oh yes, this is the archetype and we're just going to keep it and never change it ever. Because it makes money, man. And sometimes they do...
Oh, go ahead.
No, go on.
The new fatalities are just... I mean, they get more brutal as game graphics get better. But the fatalities in here are just they're pretty brutal.
You know, I never was able to really pull off fatalities, unfortunately. It's one of those problems where, like, it's so cool, but I've never been able to do it. Alright. The only fatalities I was able to consistently pull off was one in the Mortal Kombat Armageddon, I think is what it was.
Oh, I want that one.
Yeah, I got that around the time it came out. I really enjoyed the Creative Fighter.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was the whole reason why I got it. Because, like, with the Creative Fighter, what you were able to do is you could make, like... These days, it's all kind of... It sounds kind of quaint, really. But back then, it was pretty awesome. And, you know, I didn't know what Mugen even was, and, well, I can't draw.
I can't draw either.
So, by using just the building blocks of the Creative Fighter, I was able to make RoboCop, mostly. The Terminator. The original, like, Generation 1 Sub-Zero and Scorpion. The Shadow, which sadly has long since fallen out of popular consciousness.
That explains why I don't know what you're talking about.
The Shadow was a superhero from the 1930s. Basically, he had the ability to cloud men's minds with magic. Think of, like, Batman, but a Batman who kills people with twin 45s.
Oh, like his, basically his dad.
Well, Batman and the Shadow came out around mostly the same time. There's actually some early Batman... Well, I say early Batman comics. Batman comics from the 1970s, where the Shadow shows up and basically Batman just completely geeks out over him. It's like, it's the Shadow, man! He's the greatest hero ever.
There's a Molotov here if you want it.
See, I missed that Batman. Because Batman from Batman the Animated Series had an episode kind of like that, where the Gray Ghost showed up.
Oh.
Voiced by none other than Adam West. See, that's the thing. I like being old because I'm just the right amount of old right now. I was able to enjoy all the good stuff before everything turned to crap. So, I was there for all the legendary moments. I was there. One thing that's kind of neat is the fanfic I'm reading, Hand of Judgment. I highly recommend reading it. Just type it into Google, you'll find it. It's a Star Wars fanfic that bridges the gap between, oh, I'm trying to think. Like, it takes place shortly before the first Rogue Squadron book. It explains what happens to Wedge's sister, what happened to the stormtroopers from Allegiance. It even has, not Darth Jarek, just Jarek. It's got Jarek in it. Thrawn completely plays him, and it's so awesome to read. Oh my god!
Didn't you send me that one, or?
I think so, yeah.
I'll have to read that because no, I haven't had time, but it sounds a lot more interesting than I was. I haven't had time to get to it.
Yeah, it is quite good and turns me on. Like, it is just absolutely amazing what that writer was able to do. And it's like I'm actually reading a true EU book. Yeah, there's a couple of spelling errors here and there, but it's very easily ignored. And it's actually got character development. It's got major emotional scenes, and it's not just endless starfighter battles. It's quite surprising just how good that writer did. And I've read a lot of shitty fanfics. Fanfic it's just so maligned, and I understand why fanfic is maligned, but you know, it's just a medium. You know, there's gonna be crappy games, crappy movies, crappy manga or anime, but you can't say all of it's gonna be bad.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, I forgot where I was going with that.
I understand that feeling. So, for those of y'all who are waiting for another game review, Mass Effect 2 is close to being finished. I'm about 80% there. If the power hadn't gone out last week, I would have had it either done or close to done. For a game whose story is not nearly as advanced as Mass Effect 1's, it's a much longer story. For good or ill. And, there's a lot of good things I'm going to say about Mass Effect 2, but also some bad. I mean, I really do like the characters in Mass Effect 2, but they're not the absolute greatest characters of all time. I actually go in depth into, like, why did people like Mass Effect 2 so much in the first place? And in theory, I think the reason why people like Mass Effect 2 so much in the first place is just the fact that it's much more approachable. It focuses primarily on character instead of just plot. And so where people might have been bored with just plot, they can actually appreciate the characters a bit more.
Oh, so that's what the other side of the body pillow looks like.
That was definitely not what I expected, but okay.
Well, my med packs are body pillows.
Oh my. How naughty.
I need to look through the add-ons that I downloaded. Some of them would not be good for a stream.
Thankfully my med packs look like medical packs and not,
That.
yeah. Although if it did, Mando, yeah. Because you're playing as Mando right now. Actually, that's a pretty nice model, actually. So imagine Mando with a Bakibakura on his back. Oh dear. It
shows that you and Coach have one on your backs.
Oh dear. I mean, well, Mando was simping a bit for Bo-Katan, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, he didn't really simp for her, though. Although he gave up that Darksaber way too quickly. I know he didn't care about it, but it's like, really? That's how she's gonna get it?
Even though last time she wouldn't accept it that way.
Yeah. They kind of had to speed things on, I guess. I like Bo-Katan well enough. I think if they were gonna ship Mando with anybody, it probably should be her.
I can see that, yeah.
Even if Disney hadn't axed Cara Dune.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her briefly.
I think everybody kind of has, thanks to Disney. Miranda Lawson. I call Miranda Lawson the T600. Rubber skin. Easy to spot. I don't know why people would even find Miranda in any way sexy. Like, yeesh. That's a creature, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I need the blooper here. See, if there was no NFA, I would actually buy a blooper. Because I think that'd be one of the more fun grenade launchers to own. Just because you could load up those shells with, you know, like shotgun shot and just evaporate targets and things of that nature.
That would be interesting.
And it's a single shot, so it wouldn't be that expensive to shoot.
I wouldn't think so.
Okay, I am...
Maybe grenade launchers, the BFG 9000.
That's also pretty neat. Although probably a bit overkill for zombies.
Probably.
So, Mando with the BFG, eh? Take that, Leroy. Ah, come on. I almost thought that hadn't killed him. Wow, I love that Duke just said freaking noob. Hey, screw you, Duke. You haven't been in a game in 13 years. And that game wasn't even any good.
No, not really.
I do need to get back into Duke Nukem modding. I just have not had the chance to do so. I mean, there's a lot of good Duke Nukem mods out there. Especially Alien Armageddon. I reviewed that a long time ago. It's come a long way since then. I just haven't had the time to sit down and really get into it again.
Oh yeah.
Please tell me there's a real gun around here. No.
There's some guns upstairs.
All I can say is repeal the NFA!
I don't know what gun I'm holding, but it looks like the pulse rifle for me.
You know, the pulse rifle is like still a super iconic design for a reason. I'd love to have like a model of that, but I refuse to pay like $300 or $400 for a fake gun.
Oh yeah. There was supposed to be a Nerf one that came out at GameStop exclusively, but you can't really find it anywhere.
Yeah, I figured that would probably happen just because it's something everybody wants, and it's really cool. Although, the big problem with that pulse rifle from GameStop is just the fact that it would take a lot of work to get, to make it actually look halfway decent. Because you'd have to paint it, and you'd have to weather it. And as for me, it's just like that would take a lot of time.
Yeah,
See, I'd love to get...
time is a valuable commodity.
We only have 540 minutes of time. See, no one's going to get that unless they actually care about AVGN drama. The drama surrounding AVGN is like... There's an episode that he did of his Let's Play series where he almost beat the game, and then he said he ran out of time because it was 540. And seeing as how YouTube is like his day job, he could have actually, you know, finished the game. Like, if I got paid to play video games all the time, I'd at least try to finish it. Okay, this will make you feel old. AVGN has been doing videos since 2004.
I thought it was 2007.
No, it's 2004. Simon's Quest.
was his first review.
Now, one of the early YouTube reviewers, I don't know who it was, that I really enjoyed, was a guy who did a video on Rise of the Triad. And I thought that was so awesome because, you know, most of the various YouTube reviewers back... Oh, crap! Most of the early YouTube reviewers just stuck to like console games, but actually hearing somebody talk about a PC game, and one of the crazy things about that really was the guy in the video. I have no idea who it was, or like what if they're still doing videos now, but was talking about like if you're going to try to emulate DOS, you can need a computer powerful enough to run it. It's like that's how you knew it was back in the day, because like running DOS today, you can run that on a handheld now. Somebody save me again! Boba Fett is being ridden by Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah, you can run DOS on a handheld. In fact, I have done that. Because I have one of those cheap Chinese... Wait, go on.
I was gonna say, was it your Outlaw Tech? I think you did that.
Oh yeah, I haven't done a video like that in like, a long time. I don't want to know how long. I could do more videos like that. They still get views. I don't know why, but they do. Because I still... Oh yeah, that was from Jurassic Park, the game. The Genesis game. And I've done more like modding and stuff like that since the last video, but it's just, would anybody watch it or care at this point? Like, one thing I did is I got a Chromebook to play GZ Doom and Doom 3. And I could also do some kind of video on, say, Bottasera or RetroArch. See, today everybody is so spoiled because, like, RetroArch, you just... you know, unpack the program, run it, and you can play any number of emulated games like that.
Oh, yeah.
The first ever emulated game I played was Super Mario Bros. 1. Using NES-topia. Yeah, that is an old Nintendo emulator. Not the first. It's not Nesticle. Jedi Knight Collection on Nintendo Switch. Very nice. Emperor Snake. I love the fact that Lucas might buy back Star Wars. I'm not surprised.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. And just 3D print. That's not as easy as you'd think. Because, like, first off, you have to have a 3D printer. So if you want to 3D print a pulse rifle, you got to have a printer. Then you're going to need to, like, sand it down. You're going to need to use... Oh, you know, okay. This is like the most awesome thing I've ever seen. All right, stand still for a second. Okay, one of the mods I have is of the DC-17. We've got Mando with a DC-17 and Boba Fett with a M1 Garand. It's the crossover we needed. And these trying times of ours. Now, since I've recorded it on the stream, I can just go in there. Actually, here, I'll hit F12. Mando needs to get a DC-17. Mando needs a rifle. He's had a pistol for like 2 seasons now. Give him a goddamn rifle. Almost there. And something that's more than a break-open single shot. I mean, Boba got his rifle back. Oh, crap. Duke, good luck with that. Quick, Mando, use the, anti-armor attachment.
I wish.
You see in the novels, Omega Squad never really had those, different attachments as far as I remember. At least they never used them. Those books still hold up oh so well. I actually found a Mando fanfic that I'm not reading simply because I don't want to read it. It's good. It's really good. But once I read it, I'll have read it. And then I won't have anything to read.
Oh. Okay, I get what you're getting at.
It's kind of like this, that Star Wars fanfic I'm reading now. It's like, once it's done, I've been reading it very, very slowly. Because once it's done, it's gone.
That's fair.
Because there probably won't be any more. It's the same way with the expanded universe. Like, the days of, reserving a book from Barnes & Noble are long gone.
Are they?
Yeah, it's like, there's no more Star Wars expanded universe books, and it hasn't been for like the last 10, 15 years now, I think.
Oh, right.
Unless you want to read Chuck Wendig's latest literary masterpiece. Which I think I'd literally rather read the entrails of... I was going to turn that into a joke, but like I'm trying not to die. I'd rather read the entrails of... I'm trying to think of like, what's a really disgusting animal?
Skunk.
Yeah, but those things can be kind of cute if you get rid of the scent gland. I'm trying to think.
Okay.
What's a gross animal? Ah, well, whatever. Joke aborted. Where? Are they gonna start?
Joke about a boomer.
Yeah, but like, are the boomers really to blame, other than screwing the economy? See, he didn't. The boomer didn't get us physically. He got us economically by exporting industry to China. Ah, never mind. Never mind. We're gonna get cancelled. So here's my question. Could Beskar be melted by alien acid?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Alright, we've got a tank coming in. Just fucking light him up. God damn it. Resist the jockey's influence. It's like he's not influencing me, he's jumped on my head. 540. We got another xenomorph somewhere. See, I hate it when the music starts up because you know you're gonna get screwed in just a second.
Yeah.
Now, like, whenever the horde is going to attack, I've got the motion tracker.
Oh, nice.
It's like, when it comes to cosplay, though, I would not really want to cosplay as a Coin Marine, simply because, while it looks cool in the movie, it's a fairly simple design, which just doesn't really appeal much to me. I like the Mandalorian design just because it's complex without... Come on, somebody save me from the memes! Come on, Duke Nukem, stop looking at the wall! You bastard! No wonder you're not going to get put in another game.
Not gonna lie, I am lagging really bad.
Oh. Let's stop downloading so much corn.
Corn's delicious.
Yes, especially the anime corn. Okay, I'm trying to think of where we're supposed to go from now. So Boba Fett with a Kalashnikov. It'd make more sense than... Oh, crap. Come on, Leroy Jenkins. Just leave me alone. Oh, we're waiting for a boat, I think. Okay, so since we're playing what is technically a zombie game, you know, we're fighting xenomorphs. Okay, so there was a book released about 15 years ago called World War Z. It also was turned into a shit movie. But the book talked about how, like,
Okay, why can't I move?
oh, you're lagged so bad you can't move? Damn it. Crap, I'm being attacked and I'm going to be killed by Kathleen Kennedy's cousin. $540. Okay, the Book of Boba Fett theme is playing now.
1920 by 1080. Yeah.
I don't know why the Boba Fett theme is playing now, but whatever. I actually like that theme.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Run for the boat! Get to the... Wait, no, it's not a chopper. I'm so hurt. No. No! Come on, Duke! Save me! Or Mando, you can save me too. Why did you steal 5 of my episodes? Come on, Duke, you can do it. I have faith in you. No.
I got him.
Mando and Duke. Okay, I'm gonna leave you to die, Mando, because you stole 5 of my episodes.
Scorch is dead.
No! Fucking tank. Let me see here. Speaking of reading, audiobook version of Dr. No. The S&W Sentinel. I don't remember that one.
Oh, the boat's still here.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Sorry, I did not realize you'd be difficult to hear. Your user volume was up 200% though.
Me?
Yeah, there we go. I turned you up so people can actually hear you. Okay, say something.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, so they should.
The boat is here.
They should be able to hear you now. Let me check the chat real quick. Yeah, 25 ACP is really not that great, although Paul Harrell apparently was able to take down a deer with one. I don't know if I'd want to take down a deer with a 25 ACP pistol.
No, not really.
Okay, see, now you're really loud to me, but whatever. Okay, where did she find that DC? What? That fucking Deece? Why does Ada Wong have a Deece? Give me that Deece. Give me the fucking Deece. You're just a robot.
I have a DC-17.
Where did you get it? Why does everybody have a DC-17 except for Boba?
I think there might be one around here. If I find one, I'll let you know. For me, it's a pulse rifle.
Yeah. Makes sense, because you actually have a stock.
Hmm?
The pulse rifle has a stock, whereas...
Look better. Oh, sorry, John.
Oh. The shotguns.
Pulse rifle would definitely be something I want.
Yeah. 10mm explosive tip kit. I thought the boat was there. Oh, the boat, it's supposed to be there.
Oh, so, when we pull you up, there is a DC-17 right here. It's right here.
Could it be? Oh my god, it is! Deece. There's 999 rounds in it, apparently. Even sounds right, too. What about the reload? Okay, the reload does not work, though, unfortunately. Yeah, see, the Deece looks cool, but it doesn't make as much sense as it probably could. I mean, the whole side-mounted magazine and everything. The fact that it only holds, like, 30 blaster shots. And it really should...
50.
No, I think it was only 30. Maybe I'm wrong, though. I have not played Republic Commando in a while. And also, it doesn't have an optic, but then I guess it wouldn't really need one. Also, what's the thing that moves on there? It's like, look, we just need to like make a game where you don't actually play as a human being, but instead of a blob of nanoparticles. That'd be so much better. That's the thing about Star Wars that was so great, is that you could have science fiction, but it's actually fun.
Yeah.
Instead of just infidelity all the way down. I'm just saying, like, if you read hard science fiction, it's all infidelity. I'm telling you. I swear, these science fiction writers are just like, did they ever get laid? And so in the books, it's like, and then he had sex with, and then he like cheated on this guy's wife because, I'll tell you, that's one of the reasons why I don't like, that stupid show that everyone loves. Rick and Morty, is that it just feels so preachy. It's like, love is only biochemical things in your brain. It's like, really? I can see somebody as a loser. I mean, winner. And I've seen some episodes of the show, and I found it really... Honestly, I found it kind of lame.
I can see that.
Because it's just, life is pain and nothing but pain, man. Same with Family Guy, you know? It's just a bunch of millennials and Gen Xers that have not actually lived a real life and think that everything is pain, man. At least that's how I feel about it.
I get that.
When it comes to like adult animation, though, the one show that actually is worth watching is Venture Brothers, because while it does dip into nihilism now and again, it actually gives you kind of a payoff, and it's justified. I'm somewhat excited about the that baboon heart thing that's coming out this year. Yeah, there's gonna be a new Venture Brothers like TV movie sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
And for those who don't know, Venture Brothers is sort of it started out as basically just a parody of the Johnny Quest TV show, and it grew beyond that. Like, it really grew beyond that to a point where it's a show that is meant to parody a bunch of different things, but it is its own show first and parody second. And I think that's...
Want a laser? They're in here.
A phase plasma pulse rifle? Oh, you mean a laser dot sight?
Yeah.
Sadly, in real life, laser sights don't really work very well. It's like they look cool in movies, but half the time you can't even see where the fucking laser's even supposed to be going. So you got Mando with a DC-17. So I kind of wanted these to cosplay with, but they're a bit more expensive than I'd like. And I really quite prefer foam cosplay guns, because you can drop them and they won't fly apart into like 15 different pieces. Yes, that happened. And yes, that was annoying. Just turn around in a circle and just slaughter everything. Okay, come on. Start playing the Book of Boba Fett theme already. Pretty much the old lineup, the Adult Swim from the Cartoon Network, hasn't really held up that well. I certainly didn't like it back in the day, but Venture Brothers, that was something special. It actually had some pretty good writing put into it. Oh, that Duke Nukem.
Ironically, like Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
You are a much more forgiving viewer than I am. I thought that was a crap show. Like, when that came on, the TV was turned off immediately. That's one of those things where I'm happy I don't ever have to watch TV again. I haven't watched TV since 2008, and I don't foresee myself ever watching it even now. Because, like, we have access to streaming and other sources.
Mm-hmm.
Get to the boat!
Oh, is it here?
Alright, how long have I been going? Okay, it's 8:30. Okay, I think we'll go and do one more mod and then call it a day. Oh yeah, I lost my train of thought about World War Z. So in World War Z, there's all sorts of myths and media malfeasance around the zombie plague. And one of the complaints that a number of reviewers back in 2007 actually had were like, well, now that there's new forms of media, like the government couldn't keep all that secret. And I'm like, really? And of course now, in our space future of 2000 now, we know that that's exactly what can happen. Not that I want to go any further with that, but we know that when there's some sort of horribly... anyway, moving on. It's just one of those things. Okay. See, now you're Duke Nukem.
Wrong button. Ooh, nice.
Duke could actually be turned into something.
I've been seeing a bunch of Duke Nukem memes as of late.
Huh. I haven't. But then I haven't really been paying that close attention. You know, Duke could be saved.
That's the second time those alien bastards shot up my ride.
See, the Duke Nukem voice lines, you know, sometimes they sound really good because they come from Duke Nukem Forever, and sometimes they sound really bad, like right now. It's so horribly compressed.
Looks like I'm walking.
Yes, Duke. Looks like you're walking. But can you imagine, like, Left 4 Dead 2... Am I going?
Oh, those alien bastards shot up my ride.
It happens a lot to him, unfortunately.
Sorry, go ahead.
But, yeah, you know, Left 4 Dead 2, a game from 2009, and yet it's still perfectly relevant. It still looks good. I think graphics really plateaued in the early 2000s. It's like modern day graphics don't look that much better.
Not really.
And it's like half the time they look kind of slimy. Or maybe that's just me. It could just be me. You know, this is DE Prodigy, but god damn it, my economy. Damn you, Legacy Media. But anyway, Legacy Media aside.
Indeed.
But Legacy Media aside, I think the submachine gun I got here is from Titanfall 2. I mean, that's a game that nobody cares about, but I thought Titanfall 2 had a pretty good single-player campaign.
I enjoyed it.
Somebody save me from Kathleen Kennedy again. They're gonna replace me in favor of Katie Sackhoff, of which I'm kind of ambivalent towards because I liked Katie Sackhoff in Battlestar Galactica, even though that show was crap. I mean, Battlestar Galactica... I wonder what the audience drop-off of Battlestar Galactica was after the second season when it really went downhill and became super edgy. I like how I got attacked by a fucking charger, a spitter, and the witch all at the same time. Boba Fett is dead now.
Shit, I don't think there's a defibrillator around here either.
No, Mando's dead. You still got Boba Fett, though. Okay, let me see. A Left 4 Dead 3, that would be nice. And yeah, there's plenty of mod levels here.
Go to 3.
No, they don't. 418 is used frequently in the Young Bond novels. You know, I have not read the Young Bond novels. From Russia with Love. That was one of my favorite of the James Bond films. My favorite now, these days, is of course, my favorite James Bond movie today is of course Moonraker, because I no longer have to pretend to be smart because I'm old now. So, Moonraker is my favorite of all the James Bond films because it's fun. It's where James Bond, the franchise, fully embraces the fact that James Bond is basically a superhero. So it's like, your reputation precedes you, Mr. Bond. Yeah, because he's a superhero. He's not really a spy anymore. And he doesn't really act much like a spy most of the time anyway. There's some pretty good there's some pretty good references in Moonraker, like the Close Encounters of the Third Kind musical jingle. You know, Close Encounters is not exactly a movie that people really think about anymore, but it is a classic for a reason. It's much more cerebral for the generic audience. Have you ever seen Close Encounters of a Third Kind?
Actually, ironically, that's a movie my dad's been trying to get me to watch as of late.
Oh. It's a bit slow, I will admit. It's basically this guy, he starts having visions of, like, this mountain. There's a Simpsons parody of that, actually, but he gets these visions of this mountain that he has to go to. And there's a number of other characters in the film as well that get these visions of this mountain. And eventually, they start seeing these flying saucers around there. And the guy starts acting crazy in front of his family. His family starts being very concerned about him, building, like, model mountains in their living room. And honestly, that's pretty much all I remember, unfortunately, because I haven't seen it since 2016. I was able to go see it in theaters thanks to Alamo Drafthouse.
Oh, nice.
The ending, of course, I don't want to. Can I really spoil a movie that's older than you are? Can I really do that?
Not really.
Well, the most famous part of the movie is the ending, where they start communicating with the aliens, and they use music. So it has the tune of dun 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 dun, blah, you know.
Oh, that.
That's that movie, yeah. That's the most famous aspect of that movie, is that little tone. The rest of it, yeah, most people can kind of take or leave because it is, like I said, pretty slow. But it's still good, though. It's like, it's not a movie you'd, like, throw on because you're bored or something, but it is a movie that when you watch it, it's like, yeah, that was pretty good. It's a pretty good movie, I guess is the best way you could put it. It's more than adequate, but not really worth a rewatch, like, say, you know, Star Wars or Aliens or something like that. That was another thing I was kind of thinking about recently is Transformers. I'm just gonna straight up say I do not like the Transformers Bayverse like at all. Because I tried rewatching it, and I remember when it came out in 2007. I was 18 at the time. And I thought it was great. It's like, oh my god, you got Optimus Prime, he's got a sword. But then you realize most of that movie is just terrible. It's like the characters are terrible. The setup and payoff is god-awful. It's like, did they deliberately try to make the parent characters that annoying, or was that just an accident? And arguably, every Transformers movie has been pretty bad. Like, have you ever seen Transformers the movie?
The 1981?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that one.
What did you think of it?
For the time when I first saw it, I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't like what they did with some of the characters, but I kind of understood why they did it.
Yeah. And I would say that arguably... No, wait, go on.
Like, when the 2007 movie came out, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, this is cool, because I had never seen Transformers at that time. But, now, I used to find the parents kind of funny, but now I just find them annoying.
Yeah. Get off my head, Kathleen Kennedy. I'm gonna die. I've been attacked by the Raylo shippers.
Oh, it's okay. I actually have a defibrillator this time.
I can wake up in a world where Raylo doesn't exist. But remember, that kiss was apparently just a companionable kiss, because as we all know, when you know, meet somebody for the first time, or you just like haven't seen them in a while, you give them a big wet kiss on the mouth with full tongues. I know I do. I don't have a lot of friends though, so I wonder why. I don't actually do that for anyone.
I don't either.
For anyone wondering, I don't actually give people a kiss on the mouth. I'm not Italian. I just pissed off the entire Italian lobby. Did we all just die? I think so.
Nope, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah, Duke is still alive. No, come on. Come on, Boba Fett, you can do it! Boba, turn around! Turn around! Ugh. Fett.
I thought I had the defibrillator.
Okay, let me see the chat here. Tomorrow Never Dies. I've not seen Tomorrow Never Dies in many years. I don't remember anything about it. See, great to have the PS1 game of Alien Trilogy. It kind of has been remade in the GZ Doom engine. Kind of. Rise of the Beasts. Yeah, there's supposed to be a...
Really good.
I have not seen it. G.I. Joe's going to get a reboot. The comic is coming back for more Transformers versus G.I. Joe. I read the original comic, Transformers v. G.I. Joe, and the death music in that's playing is from Doom. It's, I can't remember which track it is, to be honest. MCU could have finished the Marvel movies with Avenger Endgame. And yeah, it could have, because that's the problem with comics, though. It's like, they get to a nice conclusion, but they have to come up with something new, because they want to keep selling comics. But,
I covered a boomer with his own pile.
nice. I do not know what that music was there either. I modded this years ago and I forget half the mods I put on this thing. But yeah, Rise of the Beasts. I don't know if it's going to be any good or not. I have not seen it. I like the idea that they brought in Optimus Primal.
Oh yeah. Scourge is in it too.
Hmm. And we shall have to
Supposed to
see.
be like the main baddie.
Huh. So long as they don't have the parent equivalents, I'll be happy. But like, the 1985 movie wasn't bad, but it could have been great. The problem is, it's simultaneously like very adult, while also being very childish. And there's some cool scenes in it that are ruined by bad writing. Like, for example, the heroes are about to attack Unicron, right? They got this ship, it's spinning around, you got the Stan Bush blaring in the background, and then it cuts to the stupid kid character going like, I've got to save my dad. It's like, this did not need to be here. You ruined that whole scene just to cut to that stupid kid, you know, burbling words from the mouth, when it could have just been, imagine that scene. You got Stan Bush blaring, you got the ship about to crash into Unicron, and that was it. You didn't stop, just bam, right through the eye. It'd been awesome. But no. I don't even know why there needed to be a stupid kid character in Transformers the movie in the first place. You know, and it was an especially annoying character at that. Like, you thought Spike was annoying. Think again. Of course, that kid gives me some weird vibes just because in the TV show afterwards, Transformers the Headmasters, he transforms into a female robot's head. I'm not joking. That literally... Yes. He transforms into her head. Oh, come on. Somebody shut that door. Just shut the door, bot. Shut the door. Oh, man. This was a disaster. Let's run it again. Yep, I think we're all dead. We're all dead.
Yep, Rochelle is, yeah, fuck.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Boba Fett. Snake! Snake!
Yes, speaking of Unicron, he's in this movie too.
And did they retcon the fact that he was Earth's core?
Yes.
Of course they did, because it's like, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. It's like, and now he's the Earth's core, man! Oh my god! It's
They
like...
did that in Prime.
I need to rewatch that show at some point. There is a
Prime is
transform...
actually decent.
I've seen a few episodes of Prime. I mean, I like the fact that they made the motorcycle really sexy. I mean, that was something.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than making a kid transform into her head. Let's put it that way. I mean, I just hope there's more than one way to ride that motorcycle. Oh, my. But, yeah. There's another Transformers series that came out, I think on Netflix that had Optimus Primal in it. Save me from the memes. For me, my favorite Transformers series by far will always be Transformers Armada.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first one I actually watched, because I was too young for the original series. Because I wasn't born till '89. So I might joke about being old, but I'm not that old. And so like Armada came out when I was like 12 years old, and I really quite enjoyed it. And I'll tell you this, that was the one with emo Starscream.
Oh yeah.
And I liked emo Starscream. I liked that character. There was some very strange no, he's the one that turns into a jet. He's red. And Gary Chalk as Optimus Prime. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Not really.
Oh crap, I can't see. My life savings, how could you, Boomer? You just had...
Wasn't Starscream orange in one of those animated ones?
He could have been. There's been so many over the years.
Fair enough.
But pretty much all the Bayverse was crap. There's actually Transformers books that were based upon the Dreamwave continuity that were remarkably good. I found those quite by accident. They were much more hardcore than you'd expect too. Like literally, it has a Transformer, I should say, a Decepticon, crushing a human between its fingers. Yeah, and then one has a Megatron attack the White House, and like, I don't think he kills anybody, but he humiliates the president. Not that the president can't do that on his own these days, but back in 2004, okay, well, the president could still do that back then too, but it was a little less obvious, let's put it that way. It was a little harder for the president to make himself look like an idiot. A little harder. Like how the fuse just never goes down. It's magic. Okay, is there like ammo or a gun or something up here? Okay, there we go. I feel like talking about like the fuse never going down, that made me think of like the Fire Nation from Avatar. That is a show I know nothing about and have no interest in. That's just one of those franchises that I know so many people love it, and I've been friends with so many people who have enjoyed it, and yet for me I have no idea what the appeal is.
I could never get into it.
Come on, run! Get to the chopper or room. I'm just gonna camp the room here.
Make my way down because I can get there still.
I've not seen the Bumblebee movie. And I remember there being a Snake Eyes. I remember there being a Snake Eyes movie, but I never really cared about G.I. Joe that much. I almost said Joe Dredd. Yeah, that Joe Dredd franchise, man! I got Judge Dredd on the brain. Judge Dredd definitely does need a TV show. I mean, I think the more people who'd be introduced to that now would really find that it's the cyberpunk TV show that we need. It's the one we deserve, man. Especially since we live in a cyberpunk dystopia.
Oh, yeah.
Although sadly we're getting closer to Soylent Green than anything else.
Yeah.
Ooh, Deece. Running from zombies equals fiber. Not a single roll of toilet paper. That would, you know, of all the things about the apocalypse that people forget to take into account, a lack of toilet paper would be the worst aspect of it. Because people today are very clean. I should know, I'm one of them. And it's like, imagine There's no more washing your hands after you go to the bathroom. Water is a precious resource. Fresh water is a precious resource.
Yeah.
So just let that sink in. Basically, everywhere would look like San Francisco or Portland. You ever wonder how...
sad, no, honestly.
Yeah. You ever wonder how bad Portland has to smell?
Yeah, yuck.
I mean, like, to me, Portland sounds almost like a fictional location, you know? Because it's on the other side of the country from me, so it's like, I've never seen it. I don't foresee ever having to set foot in Portlandia. Save me from the memes! But you ever consider how bad that place has to actually smell?
That's something I want to think about, but
Houston isn't bad, but, you know, there was a, oh, there's the ladder. The ladder. Houston isn't bad, but when I went to my con this year, the Comic Palooza, the street that was blocked off for the con wasn't bad, but the parking garage, needless to say, somebody used the stairwell for a portable toilet. And it was pretty nasty. It's like, and unfortunately with that, the elevator was out for some reason, right? And so going up and down these stairs, and you just catch a whiff of something unpleasant. It's like, really? We're gonna do that in here? Do that in the old Hughes town now?
I just hit you with some adrenaline.
Thank you. Carl Urban Dredd was very good compared to the Stallone Dredd, but I think Stallone did a decent job as Judge Joey. He did a passable job as that character. Coming to heal.
Oh, I remember this place.
Yeah, I think we have streamed this before, but it's like 5 years ago. I'm sure if I had a subreddit, it's like GeneralLotz streamed the Counter-Strike maps again. Worst video ever. I'd be like, I'm popular enough that somebody actually wants to talk about how terrible I am. I must be doing something right.
There's a video that somebody had made about you years ago, the reviewing the reviewer or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was mostly friendly. Mostly.
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta be doing something right for somebody to dislike you, because if you're not doing anything, if you're not popular enough, no one cares what you do. That's one of the benefits of not being extremely popular, is I can still kind of do pretty much what I want without having to worry about, like, you know, being attacked on social media. It's like, did you hear what GeneralLotz said? It's like, who's GeneralLotz? It's like, oh yeah, that guy, he said the things. Okay, so my recommendation, ladies and gentlemen, if you need a power generator, get one that takes propane and gas, and just keep propane in stock, because propane does not get old. So you can literally have it in there for years, whereas gas does get old. And also, if you use a if you use a gas generator, you do need to clean it, because if you don't, that residue will make it not work. Whereas propane, it doesn't have that problem. Now, propane is not going to be quite as powerful as gasoline, as far as I know, despite what Hank Hell might say. But it definitely gets the job done for, you know, fairly basic stuff. Because when the power was out the last couple days, we powered on that generator, and since it was running on propane, it just started right up. You know, it wasn't one of those things of like you're cranking that thing and you're praying it starts. It's like you just hook up the propane and the propane accessories, and it goes. I always recommend all... Wait a second.
I'll have to make mention of that to my parents next time they need to use the generator.
Yeah, because that gas will gum up the works. That's what happens to chainsaws. That chainsaw... I had a chainsaw in a video many, many years ago. Doom 3, in fact. And for those who remember that, that chainsaw had sat for a couple of years not being used, because, like, how often do you need to chainsaw a tree limb? And so that gas basically gummed up the works, and it took forever to get that thing started. So you don't want that to happen with a generator, so just propane, dual fuel propane generators are no more expensive than just a regular gas fuel generator. And sometimes might even be cheaper. Just look out for sales and stuff like that. I can never find the gas. See, if the train ran on propane and propane accessories, but yeah,
I found
propane.
One of them and already poured it in.
Yeah, I saw that. I also recommend having some propane lanterns as well, because propane stores, whereas batteries don't. Well, you can store batteries for a few years, but propane just sits in the fucking thing, and it's just one of those things where you can have a good energy source that you can just kind of forget about for a while.
Yeah.
That's the hardest problem with doing some light prepping, is you want it to last a while. So, like, one of the issues with canned food is that will go bad in 1 to 2 years. Actually, no, I think it's 2 to 3 years, something like that. It doesn't last indefinitely, even if it's canned.
Right.
So you want to have some food that can, like freeze-dried shit. I always find it funny when there's, like, reviews of that stuff. It's like, it doesn't taste very good. It's like, motherfucker, it doesn't matter if it tastes good or not. It just needs to last 25 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, stick with propane and you will go far. Because, like, when the power's out 2 days, that's where generators and stuff like that really shine, because the reason why you do need a generator is to, like, keep the refrigerator on so your food doesn't spoil.
Yeah.
Now, here's something that's kind of sad about today's world. Back in the day, if your food, like, spoiled in the refrigerator because the power company couldn't get the lights back on, evidently, they'd pay to replace it. Such a thing would never happen today. Come on, Ada Wong, shoot him! Come on, Boba, somebody help me. I can't do all the work. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Fuck. Your game sucked, Golem. Apparently.
It even looked like shit in that game.
I've never even saw what it looked like. I just heard, the very idea of, like, a Golem game sounds terrible. And I read what the gameplay was supposed to be. It's like a stealth action game featuring Golem? Really? Did anyone ask for a Golem game?
Not that I know of.
I didn't know Golem was even that popular. Like, I hated Golem. There's a fanfic I read just recently. I finally finished it, where there was modern day humans on the Middle Earth world, whatever and wherever that's supposed to be. And in that universe, Gollum got shot in the face with a musket. I'm like, thank you for getting rid of the most annoying character in all of the Lord of the Rings. I don't want to see Gollum or Schmeagol. I just want to. Honestly, I get that, like, the whole idea of Lord of the Rings was like it's the unexpected journey of the hobbits. But, like, I'd much rather have had, you know, like Strider, the cool guy, Aragorn.
Oh, yeah.
I get he wasn't, like, supposed to be the main character, but he was definitely more interesting than, well, Frodo. I know I'm pissing off every Lodor fan imaginable, but I'm sorry, I just didn't like him. I didn't like the hobbits.
Nah. It's been forever since I watched those movies.
I saw the first two in theaters and was not really that impressed. And I didn't even finish the third one. He was like, good God, just hurry up already. When it comes to, like, artistic films like that, I can barely get through Dune. And that's science fiction.
Oh, yeah.
And I've yet to see the latest Dune with, that guy in it. Aquaman. I guess I'm just not.
His name.
I guess I'm just not cultured enough to appreciate high art. I'd rather just have Harrison Ford and a bullwhip. Oh my! What am I going to be doing?
Good question.
Get to the chopper. Oh, it's a train. Oh shit, we got the Boba Fett theme playing.
Oh shit.
Now, if only they could get some voice lines of Tim Tam. Just make the man some feckin' eggs.
They might as well just let me die. Stay in the train.
Alright. Sorry, Duke. You know, maybe one day you'll be able to do more than cameo and Bulletstorm. Oh crap. Oh, I don't think we're gonna win this one. Oh shit. Oh shit. Fuck. Come on, come on, Boba Fett. Take one for the team. Take one for the team, Boba. Oh man, all I've got is a sword. Oh crap. I literally just killed the tank with a sword. As Mando.
Pretty badass though.
Please somebody die so I can just get in the train and go. Oh, there we go. The sole survivor was Mandalorian with a sword. That's just perfect. It's like I planned it that way. I like how the xenomorphs... Huh?
Wanna know what's funny about that?
Huh.
For me, you have the dark saber.
Wow. That's perfect. So as the train pulls away, we've got the Boba Fett theme blaring in the background. Sadly, Boba Fett and everybody else died, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It still works. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, that was some more Left 4 Dead 2. That game is never gonna die, because it's really pretty bloody good. Let's see. Old Silver Wings, I'm glad you're able to cut trees off. And solar-powered generator. Those are good, but expensive. And, yes, this is the Steam version, Silver Wings. Star Wars, The Lord of the Rings. I don't know. I don't like Lord of the Rings. I love Star Wars, though, so... Alright, you got anything? Any final words, Darth?
No, not really. I'm good.
Keep watching the skies. Until then, I'm GeneralLotz wishing you good, medieval castle, or whatever makes you happy. Alright. Well, that turned out good.